Depression has now become one of the #1 problems facing young adults. The sad part is that a significant number of those who are depressed might not even know it. It is often characterized by a deep sense of sadness, hopelessness, and a general loss of interest or pleasure in activities that a person usually enjoys. Although it starts as an emotional block, it eventually grows to affect your physical and mental self. It affects so much of your life often, without you even realizing it. You find yourself being more self-critical and burdened by negative thoughts. This gradually erodes your self-esteem, diminishing your confidence. If left unchecked, these symptoms may spiral into something worse. Activities that are essential to your well-being, such as eating, exercising, and even basic hygiene, may start to feel like a burden. Gradually, the desire to isolate yourself may grow coupled with erratic sleeping habits. It slowly saps you of not only your energies, but also your desires. This can be one of the most dangerous stages. Drained of one's life force, your mind might start to lend itself to suicidal thoughts. Most of the remedies that are proposed ignore a few fundamental principles. They tend to concentrate on the biological and the psychological. The main reason being that they are incentivized to do this, the psychological aspect through therapy, and the biological through pharmaceutical recommendation. The only catch is that both industries are incentivized to keep you in that state. They make greater profits by keeping you there than taking you out of it. Improving your condition is just not as profitable. Here is what conventional wisdom gets wrong about depression. It asks you to center yourself instead of encouraging you to center other people. In therapy, you spend hours, days, weeks, or even months talking about yourself. But the depression never goes away. They now diagnose you with what they call a mental illness. This is why they have to move on to a more artificial remedy. They recommend medication, drugs that mess with your brain chemistry. Now you need both on the regular, the doctor, and the medication. Your freedom curtailed, a slave to both. So what now? How then do you overcome this crippling feeling that overwhelms you? One is by understanding the root cause of the problem. You see, your emotions are sensors. They are there as indicators of whether you are headed in the right direction or are on the right path. Messing with the sensors does nothing to fix the problem. Asking someone to pull themselves out of it may not be as easy as it sounds. It is equivalent to telling a drowning man to just swim. This only makes you sink faster. What you should do instead is to center others. Do not center yourself. Think more about the people who love you. How do they feel when you are going through what you are going through? When you are not eating or taking care of yourself or your hygiene? How do your friends feel when you blow plans they made with you? How will your spouse or partner cope when without you at your best? What example are you setting for your children, nephews, or nieces? Would your parents approve of how you spend your time? Are you letting down your teammates by not being the best version of yourself? What load will your co-workers have to carry because you are not giving your best efforts? How would your siblings feel if they lost you? All these questions remove you from the center. They force you to think about somebody else. You are way more likely to get out of that state when you center other people than when you center yourself. Just like in the drowning analogy. The best way to stop sinking is to let go and watch the water carry you to the surface. It might seem counterintuitive, but it is the basis of why it will work. Do not center yourself. The best way to help yourself is to help others. By giving to others, you give to yourself. Whether it be your time, your energy, your insight, your resources, or your presence. Trying to draw from yourself when you are empty is what activates those sensors, making you depressed. They are a warning to refill your energies with those around you. Reach out to the community before you are running on empty.